Hi and welcome. Martina here with a card with the latest Crafty Meraki release. I am using the present time dies, an amazing 2-layer die which gives you a base layer and a detailed top layer. And I think we can say it is an accidental 2-for-1 card today. I decided that I want to have a rainbow colored background for my die, and I'm using the Lindys magical sifters to create this rainbow. I am using yellow Tang yellow, Jellyfish sting pink, and sea turtle teal. I have just put a tiny bit of the powder onto my craft mat, and I'm now using a slightly wet brush to drag the color powder over my paper. As always, when I am creating ombre-ish effects like this, I am trying to keep my brush as clean as possible so I don't mix the color more than necessary. So when I'm going from green to the yellow, I make sure I clean the brush well before I start to drag the yellow into the blue to create the green. I hope this makes sense. This is the very beautiful dried background panel, and these are already my die cut pieces. When I first saw these die cuts, I noticed these are way too good to go to waste. So I decided I would be creating 2 cards with the effort of 1. I just quickly grabbed another card base and then just glued everything on one side the positive and on one side the negative die cut in one go, and it leaves you with the most amazing card backgrounds with almost no effort. I decided to add the greetings sentiment from the greetings tag die, and I have glued 3 layers of cardstock on top of each other to get really nice and sturdy die cut pieces, which I totally love on cards because it gives such a more worthy feeling to the cards, I think. And since I am heat embossing the word sentiment, I even more love the fact that the die cut pieces are very resisting and sturdy. You see me now putting all the die cut pieces into my embossing ink and then covering the whole pieces with a white, puffy and twinkling embossing powder. I'm then making sure that I have no excess powder on my die cut pieces and will then just melt the embossing powder with my heat gun. This allows the embossing powder to puff because it is a puffy powder, and it will also make sure that the powder stays put on the die cut pieces. When this is done, I'm ready to glue my word dies onto my card bases, and I like to keep the leftover pieces from the die cutting process to make sure that I'm aligning the pieces kind of properly. And I always have to go back and use my ruler because I don't like wonky or mis-centered pieces on my cards. So I'm just using the ruler to make sure everything is straight. And then I'm going back and just eyeballing the rest of my word dies and using some pressure to make sure everything stays put. I'm then using the Seasons word die. This is the small word die in the Greetings tag set. And I'm die cutting a piece of the paper I created my rainbow background from. So the details will be perfectly matching to my card backgrounds. I'm using the word seasons here, but I think you could also use, I don't know, any birthday celebration, happy wish, occasion word dies you could use in relations to presents. And I have to mention that I absolutely loved having the Burley Arts glue for this project. It has an amazing fine tip And I think the glue has a very fast and strong tack. So the cards glued very fast, and I was able to add the glue very accurately, which I totally love. And these are my 2-for-1 cards. I really, really hope you liked the video. I hope you feel inspired to get creative, to grab your colors and create backgrounds and have an open mind for, yeah, these little happy crafty accidents as mine today. And you probably end up with 2 cards for 1. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. See you. Bye.